So we're taking a tender, a boat to the land, and this is actually an emergency boat. This is really funny. So we just took, I thought it was a lifeboat, but it looked like one. It's an emergency, or it's just a taxi. You can see it here. That's what we took over. Felt like a lifeboat inside. And there's a big rock fall on the walkway, near the walkway. You can't see it from here, unfortunately. So, they no longer let us walk off. You have to take these, they call them tenders, to get off the ship. Increases the time for everyone getting off, but that's okay. So this is Skagway. We've got a wildlife nature tour today. Skagway. Well, we're aboard a ferry now, and I think we're staying on this for our excursion, our wildlife excursion. We'll see.
Does that mean wildlife?
So this is a ferry that we're on, so maybe this isn't the main thing we're doing. So I see 2 cruise boats here. 2 cruise boats here, ours and Holland. And then this is the harbor. Still raining, but not too bad. And this is what I wanted to see. This is the mudslide that makes it so we have to take boats ashore instead of walking ashore. So they put up netting, it looks like, but probably still too big of a liability for them to have us going by that and getting hit by rocks. There's one of the tender boats going from the cruise ship into the dock. Very exciting. So from the dock, you walk this way, and I think they said 10-minute walk to the city or downtown, which is somewhere over here.
Rainforest, coastal temperate rainforest, not one of your tropical ones like you see down in South America. But this stretches all the way down to the northern tip of those are called glacial striations. So those were caused by the glacier that came and carved out this fjord.
We've arrived in Haines. Let's see what's going to happen now. It's raining. So we're now on a bus, and this is the tour. She said we're going 10 miles, but we'll see how many times we stop. They've handed out steam removers per person.
And I'll talk a little bit later about the hooligan run. It's a smelt-like fish that runs up here. So huge wildlife spectacle that happens here each spring when these 30,000 eagles in Alaska. We got a resident population of about 300. But here in this little slough,
There is a bald eagle there on the top of the stick. is a blue heron.
Well, we got so much great wildlife, you know, it's tough to call everything great. That's a good question, Cal. Is that a great blue heron? This is where the salt water of the ocean is going to meet the fresh water coming out of the river that will be going alongside. River's off to our left.
Bald eagle's
Very
over
nice
there.
area because all the freshwater species and the saltwater species kind of meet here. Human evolution, they say, started in an estuary like this where the seagoing creature decided to come ashore.
They set up scopes for
Of
us.
course, the other saltwater, they'd be all along.
Well, missed videoing it, but I saw it in the binoculars. The bald eagle just flew and caught a tiny fish out of the water, and now you can't see him. He flew under the area he was first at. So this is low tide, and you can see the high tide comes in.
Old native guy
that way.
used to say,
There's a
goes,
boat.
every morning
And it's
I wake
tied
up and
down.
I'll have a
Big
spoonful
tidal flow.
of family that owns the property behind us on the other side of the road, and the faces and the pole were the faces of their 3 children. It's a piece of private property right here, this section.
There's fly fishermen out here on the river.
Yeah, I think Kel, they must be fly fishing for Dolly Varden. Now the female bears, the mother bears, come into this area with cubs, and they're teaching, basically they're teaching their cubs to fish. And on a given night here in August, September, you can see 12 or 13 bears. They often are active during the day, but the greatest numbers around. Okay, we'll stop on the way back. We're going to go up to the lake. Keep an eye out, everybody, because historic village site.
That's a bald eagle. We're now at Chilkoot Lake. Be here for about an hour. She's going to lead a little walk through the temperate rainforest in a few minutes. So Chilkoot Lake, and this is fireweed and cow parsnip. Cow parsnip is related to Queen's Anne lace and does make people itchy if you are susceptible. Not like, she said, not as bad as like poison oak, poison ivy.
Inches. I will explain that shortly, because that bounciness is not soil, it's tree roots.
Ooh. Labrador tea. Diuretic. Water goes underneath into those hairs.
Crunchy dry for a while.
Moss, stair step moss, and
Feather.
feather moss.
And common names are like, regional and probably mean nothing somewhere else.
Like
We
it.
do. Yes, we do. In about a month and a half. The ones back there without bark may or may not be rubbing trees, but I don't.
Well, that was a wonderful time in this park with this lake, a hike. Very knowledgeable tour guides. River's moving pretty fast. Well, we are off the ferry, back in Skagway. I'm a bit tired. I'm glad I was thinking of signing up for a second tour. I heard that was a possibility, but I think that was enough to do one. So, I'm gonna go check out town. There's a dougboy place. Want to pick that up, maybe a warm drink. Super cute little walkway. It's raining again. gonna head to the Klondike Visitor Center and probably that Doughboy place. Fireweed. So a quarter mile to the city center. Looks like they even have an RV park here. Crazy. Here we are at the Visitor Center for the Klondike Gold Rush. It's a National Historical Park. So I should be able to get a stamp here. Just walking around Seward. What's left of my Doughboy fried bread, which is fantastic. Got sugar and cinnamon on it. Just walking Main Street. Mostly diamond stuff, jewelry, and souvenirs.
And I'm one of the horror historians here at the Red Onion Saloon. Now I have an opportunity for you today. It's your next chance of the day to get upstairs with me for a quickie. A quick tour, that is. Our services have changed since 1898. Now, folks, if you would like to come upstairs, all I need you to do is close out your tabs with your bartenders or your servers. Treat them very nice down here. In fact, can we get a round of applause for the hardest working people in Skagway? Now, the better you folks treat them downstairs, the better I treat you upstairs. Now, my going rate these days is $20 for 20 minutes of my time. That's a very good discount considering my usual rate. Isn't that right, handsome? Good to see you back, sir. Now, folks, you will not leave empty-handed. You will go home with your very own souvenir garden. So, folks, if I sound like a good time to you, follow me this way. And if not, enjoy the best view in all of Skagway. The very historical year of 2002. Not a lot of history for most of us, maybe some history for the brothel sprouts. But of course, the real history lies up this last staircase. Once we pass this wall, otherwise known as the horniest wall in all of Alaska. That's the best joke of the tour, so it's all downhill from here. Now, before we head upstairs, I do want to clarify, do you remember my name? Can you do the motion with it? Yeah! Georgia Beach! I am your personal horror historian today. Now, can you all say that with me? Mount Georgia Beach! I love when they say my name. Well, folks, before we head upstairs, I've got a couple of rules to cover.
Madam, I think you should hold that position.
I can hold this position all night long.
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna have fun. Absolutely. Now, kiddos, this can actually be really educational for you too. If you're wondering what a brothel is, it's where they make really good soup.
Wow. This is so.
This is one of my favorite parts of the job, getting to watch everybody see this for the first time. Truly incredible. I had the same reaction my first time walking in here too, just complete awe. So welcome into our brothel museum. Now this section of the building was erected in 1897, and we opened for business in 1898. Skagway in 1898 looked incredibly different. It actually had a population of about 15,000 men working on the railroad tracks and hiking up to Dawson City. At the same time, there were only 300 working women. That is the kind of math that makes me.
You don't have to go back and work. Did you back then? That's what, yeah, right? That sounds like second.
She said, I don't have to pay taxes. I love getting away from not paying my
You know,
taxes.
she says, I'm all about taxes. and then we talked about it. That's good.
This is the Madame's room. 50% of their money. There goes the train. Sometime, if I ever come back, I'd like to do that train. They said it's similar to the Durango Silverton steam engine that Sean and I did. They have, I think, a steam engine maybe and a diesel. So I'm heading back to the ship. I think it's close to 4. So relax a little bit, try to type up everything that I've done today, and at some point get some dinner. Skagway was fun. Actually, before I leave, I'm going to try this Pullen Creek stream walk. Looks gorgeous. It says it's only 0.3 mile. So that's definitely doable.
Well, that's just gonna make it more popular.
Train's going by again. Lake Chilkoot, Skagway River, etc. It's a cool little walk. There's the little stream coming in to this little tiny lake or pond. This RV park is, and seeing the cars at our stops, making me want to do a drive up here with a RV group, of course, in the van. Maybe next year, next summer. Wouldn't that be cool? If they have RV parks like this in the main cities or towns, that would be nice. I could have a shower once in a while. I'd buy a portable toilet for the van, of course. Cheaper than hotels. Pretty walk back to small harbor, I guess they call it, where our cruise boat is docked, and we have to take that small boat to our large ship. Oh, there's one of the ships. I don't know which one of ours are. There was already a Princess and a Holland when we came. Maybe another one too. I don't know which one. There's the other Princess and the Holland. I know ours is up there. So I think that's our ship, and there's our gangway down to our little, I forgot what they called them, our transfer boats. Hey, bye Skagway, off to Juneau tomorrow. Had a great excursion and time in town. Boarding our tender back to the ship.